Hello, my friend. Welcome to the Calm Night, a place for calm moments and quiet nights. My name is Daniel, and it's a quiet privilege to be the voice that gently guides you as you drift toward sleep tonight. Tonight's story is a gentle one, a warm one. It's told slowly, with no rush, and no effort required. You don't need to imagine everything clearly. You don't need to follow every word. Just allow my voice to be a steady presence, something safe to rest beside as the day loosens its grip and the night opens its arms. Before we begin the story itself, we'll take a few minutes together to settle your body and quiet your mind. Nothing complicated, nothing forced, just an easing into rest. Wherever you are right now, allow your body to be exactly as it is. You may be lying down. You may be propped up with pillows. You might even be sitting comfortably. However you've arrived here tonight is completely fine. Begin by noticing the surface beneath you. The bed, the couch, the floor. Feel how it supports you without asking for anything in return. There is nothing you need to hold up right now. Nothing you need to keep together. Let the weight of your body sink down, as though gravity itself has decided to take care of you for a while. Now, gently bring your attention to your breath. There's no need to change it. Just notice it. The slow movement in and the easy release out. If you'd like, you can take one slightly deeper breath in through your nose and let it fall out through your mouth. Again, whenever you're ready, a calm breath in and a soft breath out. And one more, just like that. With each breath in, imagine the day settling itself down beside you. Things you thought about, things you carried, moments that asked something of you. They can wait. Tonight doesn't require anything from you at all. Now, gently bring awareness to your body, starting at the top of your head. Notice your forehead, your eyes, your jaw. If there's any tightness there, imagine it softening, melting, loosening. Let your shoulders drop slightly, as if they no longer need to be alert. Feel that release travel down your arms, through your elbows, into your hands, your fingers. You don't need to hold on to anything. Now, bring that same gentle awareness to your chest and your belly. Notice the rise and fall of your breathing there. With every exhale, your body knows how to let go. Just a little bit more. Now, down through your hips, your legs, your knees, and all the way to your feet. Let everything feel heavy in the best possible way. Supported, held, safe. If thoughts drift in, that's okay. They always do. There's no need to push them away. Just notice them and let them flow past, like leaves moving slowly along water. Nothing to solve, nothing to finish. You're allowed to rest now. And as you continue resting, I'll begin tonight's story. There is a traveler in the world. He is an ordinary man, in the sense that you would not notice him right away. He carries no special luggage, nothing marked, nothing that hums or glows or draws attention. And yet, wherever he goes, something gentle happens. Not inside his bag, not in his pockets, but in the air around him, in the space he quietly occupies. Sleep follows him. Not suddenly, not heavily, but softly, unhurried. He does not seek this. He does not control it. It simply happens. The way warmth gathers near a fire. The way quiet arrives after a snowfall. Even when he sits in a waiting room, those ugly fluorescent lights seem to forget how harsh they were meant to be. They soften. Their buzzing lowers itself to something more polite. Or when he stands in line at a bakery, the people behind him stop checking their phones. Their shoulders ease downward. Their breathing slows. Someone yawns, a little surprised by it. Cats find him without trying and curl up near his feet. They seem to arrive from nowhere in particular, as though the floor itself has remembered it was designed for resting. Even buildings respond. Old wood creaks less urgently. Pipes decide they can wait until morning. Walls settle into themselves, like someone shifting under a blanket to find a better spot. The traveler notices these kinds of things, but he does not dwell on them. He has learned that sleep prefers not to be observed too closely. And so, gently, without quite noticing when, he finds himself traveling tonight, flying somewhere far from home, somewhere he's never been. Without quite realizing how it happened, he is already seated on the plane. The cabin is dim, not dark, but thoughtfully lowered. Overhead lights glow a warm amber, as if the plane itself understands this is no time for brightness. Most of the reading lights are now off. The few that remain look like distant glowing stars, doing their best not to wake anyone. The traveler's seat is warm, comforted by the quiet knowledge of having been sat in many times before. The seatbelt rests loosely across his lap, content to be useful without insisting on it. Outside the window, the sky deepens. Violet softens into indigo. The clouds below are layered and calm, as though they've been carefully folded for the night. The gentle hum of the engines is steady, low, even. It does not rise or fall. It does not demand attention. It simply exists. Nearby, passengers adjust themselves without fully waking. A jacket is pulled closer. A head leans gently toward the window. A man a few rows ahead decides the email he was determined to finish can wait until landing. A woman loosens her grip on a paperback, the book remaining open, patient, understanding. And the traveler rests his head back, his eyes half closed. His hands lie still on the armrests. The plane does not rush through the night. It glides, and the darkness seems to move gently out of its way. By the time the wheels touch the ground, sleep has already arrived. Not fully, just enough. Enough that footsteps in the aisle are quieter than usual. Enough that voices remain hushed, even when no one asked them to be. In the arrival hall, the conveyor belts churn slowly. Unhurried, suitcases appear one by one, rounding the corner with admirable patience. A few of them lean gently against one another as they pass, as if agreeing that staying close feels right tonight. Near the edge, a small group of bags settle into a comfortable pile, handles resting together, clearly enjoying a brief rest before continuing on. When the traveler's bag arrives, it seems almost reluctant to leave the belt, as though it had been in the middle of a very good sleep. Outside, Kyoto is waiting. Not loudly, not brightly. Lanterns glow along narrow streets, their light pooling softly on stone and pavement. The air is cool, clean. It carries the faint suggestion of rain that has already passed, or might return later if it feels like it. As the traveler walks, the city responds. A shoekeeper sweeping the front step slows the rhythm of the broom. A bicycle coasts instead of pedaling. Its bell remains silent, deciding there is no need to interrupt anything. Street cats stretch and curl in doorways, tails flicking once, then settling. Even the streets themselves seem to soften, their edges rounding just slightly, as though they've been padded for safety, in case someone might drift off mid-step. The traveler does not hurry. There's nowhere he needs to be quickly. Time here feels wider, more forgiving, and somewhere nearby, a small tea house begins preparing for the evening. Cups warming, steam rising slowly, as if the night itself has decided to sit down for a while. The traveler steps inside. The tea house is smaller than it appeared from the street. Not cramped, just carefully considered. Low wooden tables rest on tatami mats that have softened over many years of footsteps. The kind of softness that only patience can create. Paper lanterns hang from dark beams overhead. Their light warm and slightly golden, as though someone has strained honey through the air. A woman kneels behind a low counter near the back. She's arranging teacups, small ceramic ones, each slightly different from the last. Her moments are precise, practiced, but as the traveler enters, her hands slow. She sets down the cup she was holding, not quickly, just eventually. She looks up. Her eyes are kind, relaxed, as though she has just remembered how good it feels to slow down. She gestures toward a table by the window. The traveler nods his thanks. He removes his shoes at the entrance, setting them neatly beside a pair of wooden sandals that look as though they've been waiting there since morning. The tatami is cool beneath his feet. Smooth. It seems pleased to be walked on so gently. He kneels at the table. The cushion beneath him is worn in exactly the right places. It accepts his weight without complaint, settling around him like it's been expecting him. Outside the window, a narrow street curves away into lamplight. A wooden fence leans slightly to one side. Vines growing along it, their leaves dark and glossy. The woman brings tea without asking. The cup is warm. The tea inside is pale green and slightly cloudy. It smells like cut grass and distant mountains. She sets it down carefully. Then she remains there for just a moment, one hand still resting on the table. Her eyes blink slowly, once, twice. She seems to have forgotten what she was about to say. Or perhaps she simply decided it wasn't necessary. She returns to the counter, but her steps are softer now, quieter. She kneels again and folds a cloth, then folds it again, then sets it down and rests her hands in her lap, content to sit there for a moment longer, gazing at nothing in particular. There is one other person in the tea house, an older man seated in the far corner. He has a book open in front of him, a thick one, the kind that suggests patience. But the book has not been turned in some time. His hand simply rests on the page. His eyes are half closed. His head tilts gently to one side, then slowly, carefully, it tilts back to the other side. He's not quite asleep, not quite awake, somewhere pleasantly between, enjoying the rare luxury of not needing to choose. The traveler lifts his tea and sips. It's warm, earthy. It tastes the way moss smells after rain. He drinks slowly. There's no reason to hurry. Outside, a cat walks past the window. It pauses, looks in. Its eyes meet the traveler's for just a moment. Then it sits, right there on the stone step. It begins to clean one paw, slowly, thoroughly. After a few licks, it stops. The paw remains in the air for a moment, as though the cat had forgotten what it was doing. Then the paw lowers. The cat curls up into a ball. Its tail wraps neatly around its nose. The traveler watches this. He does not smile, but something in his expression softens. He finishes his tea. The cup is empty now. He sets it down gently on the wooden table. The woman behind the counter does not move. Her eyes are closed. Her breathing is soft and even. The older man's book has slipped lower. His hand slides off the page. It now rests on his knee. His head tips forward, just slightly. His chin nearly touches his chest. The tea house itself seems to settle. The beams overhead creak softly once. Not sharply, just a gentle adjustment. The lanterns dim, not all at once, but gradually, as though they're conserving their energy for morning. Even the steam rising from the woman's teapot slows. It drifts upward in lazy spirals, taking its time. The traveler stands quietly, carefully. He leaves coins on the table. Enough, maybe a little more. He crosses to the entrance, slips his shoes back on. They feel warmer than before, as though they too have been resting. He slides the door open just wide enough. The night air greets him. Cool, gentle. He steps outside. The door slides shut behind him with the softest whisper. The cat does not wake. The street is quieter now than it was before. Not empty, just softer. A bicycle leans against a wooden post. Its front wheel has turned slightly inward, as though it's decided to rest its weight on one side. The shoekeeper is pulling down a metal shutter. The shutter lowers slowly, inch by inch. The sound it makes is gentle, rhythmic. Halfway down, the shoekeeper pauses. He yawns. A long, deep yawn that seems to come from somewhere very far inside him. He blinks, rubs his eyes, then continues lowering the shutter, even more slowly than before. When it finally reaches the ground, he does not lock it right away. He simply stands there, one hand resting on the metal, gazing at the street. The traveler walks past. The shoekeeper nods, a small nod, unhurried. Then he turns and goes inside. The light in the shop dims, then goes out. Further down the street, a small restaurant is closing. Through the window, the traveler can see a woman wiping down tables. Her cloth moves in slow circles, around and around the same table, over and over. She does not seem to notice. Her eyes are distant, peaceful. A man, perhaps her husband, emerges from the kitchen carrying a tray. He sets it down on the counter. Then he leans against the counter. Not from exhaustion, but because it feels good to pause. His eyes close. His shoulders ease down, grateful to rest there for a moment. He stays there, leaning, breathing. The woman finishes wiping the table. She folds the cloth, sets it down, then she sits. Right there at the table she just cleaned. She rests her head in her hands, thankful for the support. Her elbows lean softly against the smooth wood, steady and familiar. She looks out the window with the hint of a smile. The traveler continues walking. Lanterns glow along the edges of buildings. Their light pools on the wet stones. The reflections are soft and blurred, as though seen through half-closed eyes. A narrow alley opens to his left. He turns into it. The alley is even quieter than the street. The stones here are older, worn smooth by centuries of footsteps. Wooden fences line both sides. Vines grow over them, their leaves dark and still. Above, a string of small lights is draped from one side to the other. The bulbs are warm and yellow. They sway gently, though there is no wind. The traveler walks slowly. His footsteps make almost no sound. Ahead, a dog lies in a doorway. It's a small dog, white and tan. Its eyes are open, but as the traveler approaches, the dog's eyes begin to close, slowly. Reluctantly, it tries to keep them open. It blinks again, but the effort no longer feels necessary. Its head lowers, its nose rests on its paws. Its breathing deepens, slows. By the time the traveler passes, the dog is fast asleep. At the end of the alley, a wooden gate stands open. Beyond it, a garden. The traveler steps through. The garden is small, carefully tended. Gravel paths wind between moss-covered stones. A stone lantern stands near the center. Its light is soft, flickering gently. There's a pond. The water is dark and still, smooth as glass. Koi move beneath the surface. Their shapes are pale and ghostly, orange and white. They glide slowly through the water, fins moving lazily without urgency. But as the traveler approaches the edge of the pond, the koi slow further. Their movements become dreamlike, languid. One by one, they drift toward the bottom, settling among the smooth stones. Their fins wave gently, once, twice. Then they are still, settled and comfortable among the stones. The traveler kneels beside the pond. He looks into the water. His reflection looks back at him, wavering just slightly, softened by the darkness. A bamboo fountain sits at the edge of the garden. Water trickles into a hollow bamboo tube. Slowly, drop by drop, the tube fills, tips, empties. It swings back and taps against a stone. Tap. A soft sound. Hollow. Final. Then it begins to fill again. The traveler watches this. He counts 3 taps. 4. 5. Then he stops counting. There's no need. A bench sits beneath a small tree. The wood is dark, worn smooth. He stands and walks to it, sits. The bench is cool, solid. It does not shift beneath his weight. Above, the branches of the tree are still. The leaves hang without moving. As the traveler sits, the garden seems to exhale. The gravel settles more firmly into the earth. The moss softens. The stones lean into one another, just slightly. Even the lantern's flame grows smaller, gentler, as though it no longer needs to try so hard. The traveler closes his eyes. He listens. Tap, tap, tap. The fountain, the water, the night. Somewhere far away, a temple bell rings. Low, deep. The sound rolls through the darkness like a slow wave. It does not demand attention. It simply exists, and then it fades. Slowly, gently, until there is only the fountain again. The traveler does not move. He sits. He breathes. Time passes. He's not sure how much. It doesn't matter. When he opens his eyes, the garden is darker. The lantern has dimmed further. The koi have not moved. They rest at the bottom of the pond, dreaming fish dreams. The traveler stands slowly. His legs are pleasantly heavy. Warm and relaxed, he walks back through the gate, back down the alley, back to the street. The city is quieter now, much quieter. Shops are dark, shutters are down, lanterns glow dimly, conserving themselves. A man walks past on the opposite side of the street. His steps are slow, unsteadied, not from drinking, just from tiredness. He does not look up. He simply walks, one foot in front of the other, heading home. The traveler follows the narrow streets back toward the inn. He does not hurry. There is no need. When he arrives, the inn is dark. Only a single lantern glows beside the door. He slides the door open, steps inside, closes it gently behind him. The hallway is cool, silent. The wooden floor is smooth beneath his feet. He walks to his room. The door is already open, just slightly. Inside, everything is just how he left it. The futon is laid out, the blanket folded neatly at his feet. The window is open, just a crack. Cool air drifts in. He kneels by the window, looks out at the small garden. The stone lantern still glows. The bamboo fountain still taps. Tap, tap, tap. He watches for a while, listening, breathing. Then he closes the window. Gently, the latch clicks softly into place. He turns. The futon waits. He kneels beside it, unfolds the blanket, smooth and light. He lies down. The futon is warm, firm, supportive. The kind of firmness that feels like kindness. He pulls the blanket over him. It settles around him. Warm, soft. His head sinks into the pillow. His shoulders drop. His legs stretch out. He closes his eyes. Outside, Kyoto sleeps. The streets are empty. The shops are dark. The lanterns have dimmed to almost nothing. Cats curl in doorways. Dogs rest on stone steps. Koi lie still at the bottom of ponds. The city itself leans gently into the night. Its buildings settle. Its streets soften, its bridges rest, and the traveler who asks nothing of the world, who carries only what's necessary, breathes slowly. In, out, in, out. His breathing slows, deepens, steadies, and somewhere nearby, though he can't see it, the bamboo fountain tips, empties, taps the stone, then fills again, over and over, steady, unchanging. The traveler does not hear it anymore. He's already somewhere else, somewhere soft, somewhere warm, and you, too, can rest now. You've followed far enough. Let the night be soft around you. Let your breathing slow. Let your body settle into whatever holds you. There's nothing left to do, nowhere left to go. The traveler is sleeping. Kyoto is sleeping. And so can you. Just rest. Just let go. The world is quiet now, and you are safe. Sleep well.